Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to Cloud Test Lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
Okay, obviously the first thing you need to include is constants. Execute file. Okay, so this is the path and then the file name. Okay, and then the next one is the functions library file. Okay, so this is just you can include or associate the library file. And now you're going to add two different sheets to get a table. Okay, so these are the two sheets, like DT sheet 1 and DT sheet 2. So you can also probably name them. So once you add those sheets, now you're going to import data from the actual sheet. Like basically, like you're going to import these two sheets data into the data table. That's what mainly we're doing. We're looking at here. Okay, add two sheets and then import sheet 1 data into sheet and sheet 2 data into this sheet. And then the next thing is you're going to get the row count from two sheets, like how many rows are there from these two sheets. Okay, the row count. And then your loop will start. So we're going to look at this logic. First, let me show you till this point what happens in the script. Let's try to debug. Okay, so I keep a breakpoint here and then run the script. Let's close this Excel sheet. And then run it. Alright, so now let's try to debug line by line. Okay, so if you go to the data table, then it adds the sheet, DT sheet 1, then press F7. Okay, sheet 2 is added. Then it's trying to import data from sheet 1 to DT sheet 2. See test case. Oh, sorry. Okay, this part is wrong. Let's try to copy that into our. Okay, so this is the Excel sheet. I'm going to copy into our framework. So into the data, and then let me put this part. So the path is not correct. Okay. And then the next one is let's try to run the script, save it, and run it. Okay, that sheet is added, sheet 2 is added, and now I got the data into sheet 1, and it's trying to get the sheet 2 data now. So I got the sheet 2 data also into the data table. And now the next one is it's going to get the row count from sheet 1 and sheet 2. Okay, so I got, let's see what it's getting. First, just there are 4 rows, and test the steps rows says there are 9 rows. Okay, I hope it's correct. Yeah, so there are nine rows in the step because the header is not counted. So there are 9 rows, and also the sheet 1 there are 4 rows. Okay, 4 rows of data. So we got the correct data into the script. And now the next thing is we are going to put the logic. Okay, so let's stop the script revision. Okay, so I hope that is the script clear till this point. So now we are going to look at the logic. So here this is the outer loop. So as I mentioned before, the select it has 2 loops. The outer loop will iterate through the test cases, and this is the inner loop. Okay, this is the inner loop that iterates through the test steps. Okay, outer loop will iterate through the test cases. The inner loop will iterate through the test steps for the test case. So what I'm doing, first I'm keeping, this is how to do, for I is equal to 1 to T zeros. That is, I'm getting how many test cases are there, right? So I'm keeping that in the loop. Okay. So T zeros. And then, so what this data table set current row, what this method is going to do. So basically whenever you run the script, right? Say for example, in your test cases, Excel sheet, maybe sometimes what happens is, by default, the Excel is selected like this, right? So then what happens is this data table dot get sheet 1, set current row, it's going to always start from the first row, because it has to loop through all the rows. So that's what it's always better to do this particular line, so that it sets the first row. Because obviously, like, what's the I value of, initial value of I? It's 1, right? That means here you are setting always the execution starting from first row. So that's what this set current row I. Okay, the execution starts from the first row in Excel sheet, in test cases sheet. Okay, and then the next one is simple if else condition. If data table dot value execute DT sheet 1. So here mainly the DT sheet 1 is the test cases, right? It's going to look at what's the value, because this is the first row, right? We already set the execution from the first row, and then it's going to check what's the value set and this execute column for the first row. Is it yes or no? Accordingly, say if it match, if data table dot value execute of the test case sheet is yes, then that particular test case gets executed. Otherwise, if you say no here, the execute status no, then it's going to skip this particular test case, because this condition is not true, right? If it is yes, then it enters into this loop. If it is not yes, then it don't enter into this loop. It won't execute that particular test case steps. Okay, so that is the if else condition. Clear? Okay. Then the next thing is, once it's satisfied, if the particular test case is supposed to execute, then it enters into this inside loop. Okay? It enters into the inside loop. Lavanya, I didn't get you. What do you mean by writing the script for logic part? This itself is the script. And this is the for loop.
Yeah, because the for loop part here, the logic, can you write like a manual, because here we didn't understand properly.
Manual?
Yeah, like, yeah, instead of, yeah, can you write the script here? Here, from here, data table dot get sheet of sheet 1 and up, from that part to end of the next, end to next part.
I mean, like, I didn't really get your question. Like, what you want me to do? This is the script.
Sir, I'm asking, can you write the script? Then we can understand a little bit clear.
Okay. Okay, still I'm not clear that what you're asking for. This is the script that essentially I did, and then I'm trying to explain that one.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sure, no problem. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so here we are trying to see whether that particular test case execution is say yes or no, then we are going to put say this is the inside loop, right? And then you already got the test step rows, right? So here you got the test step rows, right? How many rows are there in the test step sheet? You are going to keep that in the loop, and again you are going to set the current row. That means again in the test case Excel sheet also it has to start from beginning. Okay. Any Excel sheet, the execution has to start from the first row. This is what you are going to say set current row. And then again you are going to match here. See, once it comes to execution here, the test steps, right? It's going to match. Because once you say that here the execute status, yes, what is the test case ID? TC01, right? Test case ID TC01, the execute status is yes. Then in the test steps, it's going to match that particular test case ID. Okay, what are the corresponding steps for the test case ID? Right? Just to get the test steps for the test case ID. So first it's going to verify what is the test case in this column, and then it's going to pull the test steps for the test case. So that's what the logic here. If the data table dot value test case ID of sheet 1 is nothing but an Excel, is the test cases. So you are going to match the test case ID from test cases sheet with the test case ID in test steps. So you are going to match what are the test case ID execution status is. You are going to bring this test case ID match with the test case ID in test steps. And then you are going to identify what are the steps for that particular test case. So that's what you are going to match here. And then if that matches, then it's going to pull the test steps, right? For that particular test step, what is the keyword? Say, here we mentioned the test case ID is 01 executed. Then it's going to find out, okay, this is the test case ID. And then what are the steps for the test case ID? TH01. Against TH01, what's the keyword? Open app. So that's what here we wrote a select case statement. Okay. So select case, data table dot value, and we are going to get the keyword column data. Okay, this is the keyword. Keyword of sheet 2. That's nothing but this one. Okay, sheet 2. And what's the keyword for that? Whether it's an open app, login, or create account. So to get that keyword, select case, then it's going to trigger appropriate function here. Okay. Say, if the case is open app, that's nothing but the keyword, right? If the case is open app, then it's going to call that particular function. If the case is say login, then it's going to trigger the login function. This is a select case statement. Depends on which case it match, it's going to trigger that particular function. Okay, select case, and this is going to return what the case is, right? Whether it's a open app or login or create account. Depends on, it's going to trigger the appropriate function. Okay, so this way is going to come up with more of these case statements here. So then you're going to write what are the functions. Say open app, login, and then create account. Okay, so this should be create account and then create contacts. So this is the select case statement. It's going to trigger the appropriate function. Depends on what are the case it matches. Okay? Any questions?
See, can you explain the case select statement? Is it like almost like a while loop or something like that? How does the select case, how does it work?
No, select case is similar to if else condition. Okay. Select case is if else.
Okay.
So it's not a while loop, it's a if else. Okay. So basically like instead of writing the select case, you can also do if else also. But if you want to do if else, right? So, how you do that? In this, so if data table dot value, right? So this is the value. This is equals say open app. Then you're going to call this function, right? Okay, first let us see this and then I will explain this part. Okay, then you can call this function. Else, if data table dot value is then say login, then you're going to call that particular function, say login function. Because this login function says everything, so these are the functions, right? It's going to call the appropriate functions from the function library. So this is how the switch is nothing but equivalent to your if else. Okay? Both are same. Only thing is like here you are going to compare the case and here is going to keep whether this condition is true or not. If it matches the keyword value, the open app is going to call this function, else it goes to the next condition. Yeah, just keep it at the else if that's it. The other things, let's see. So you keep it at else if, and then so you're going to put the condition, whether it's a create account, then you are going to call the particular function, or create contact. Okay. So either you can write switch case or the if else condition, both are fine. Okay. And now, here, you are basically, once you run this script, once you run this function, say for example, open app, then what happens? Open app function will get triggered. Then it's going to write the result, right? Whether the script passed or failed. Then where this result stored into this, right? If it finds that username, then it's going to pass your script, and then it's going to store this path because you are assigning that path to this variable, right? Say open app. So this one, the function is going to return whether it's a pass or fail. Then you are going to return that one. You are going to assign that in your script to this variable. Set test the step result. Okay? You are going to assign whether the open app pass or fail to this TS result. TS result is a variable. Whatever the function returns, whether it's a pass or fail, is going to return this variable TS result. Similarly, login. Whether the login function, because the login function also returns whether the login is successful or not, right? It says select pass or fail. So you are going to assign again back to the variable, the test, that particular step, which is pass or fail, test the step result. Okay, this way you are going to return whether that particular step pass or fail, and then store that result to this variable. Okay, that's what the select case statement. Any questions? Okay, so then what we do is I'm going to stop here, and I can because this logic is a little bit here to understand. So I'm going to stop here, and then we'll continue in the evening with the other logic, and then we are going to drive this script, run this script, and then look at the results part. So what I'm going to do now is I think Meena or somebody else tell me the in the initial sessions, like you had some issues, right? So you just tell me like what are the issues you have with this data-driven scripts, and then we'll continue with this keyword-driven in the evening. Evening the class is at 9 o'clock. Okay, Meena, like you want to share your system? Show me the problem what you're having.
Yeah, can you run your valid login once so that I'll make sure that I'm not make mistakes, and then
Oh, you want me to run my script?
yeah, just once so that the valid login that we did yesterday.
So this is the one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the script is executed. And now you can look at the results. Okay, so that's right. Pretty much like it says it's passed for this. It's going to write say demo series login is successful, and also it says demo series 2 login is also successful.
Oh, okay. I think I made a mistake in my script or something. It didn't, it was taking for a longer time there, so I thought it was looking for a different table. Thanks. And the other, I think Vinti has put a question there, and I think I'm getting a similar one. It says that the I row count is not correct or something. It's a similar error that I got when I ran the script.
Which one? Oh, this one?
Yeah. Let me open my script. Yeah, that's the place.
So, if you can tell me like where your script is exactly hanging, that's simple. I can tell you what might be the problem.
Okay. I can.
Okay, Devan, I don't know like how you missed that one. Basically, like we discussed that. We are going to have it.
Yeah, I keep on trying the same link, which I used to do that, but it's not able to log me in.
Yeah, it's the same link. Everybody joined with the same link.
Okay, would you mind to send me the recorded session yesterday?
Recorded session section not uploaded, just because I'm thinking like whether to upload those things or not. I need to talk to H2K and then I will let you know.
Okay, thank you.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.